All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast presented by Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the only hard seltzer with vitamin C from Superfruit Acerola. My name's Will DeFries. Go USA. To my right, David Ruff, baby.
Yeah, that got me pretty jacked up. That did too. Couple things right off the top. Fire kits going down right now.
It's a good kick game.
Senegal, great flag, great warm-ups. Who they play in the Netherlands? With the orange. Very cool. A little bit of a hypocrisy. Orange looks great on the Netherlands national team. Horrible on Ricky Fowler 8 years ago.
Yeah. It's weird that the Netherlands have really found their niche as being a team that can wear it and look cool in it at all times. Whereas there aren't that many other teams out there who can look that good in a lot of orange.
Facts. Second point, or just more of an observation. I had to, after dropping off my son and my dog today, I had to drop by a gas station to relieve myself. Number one. And there's a new gas station, and I noticed there's a taco truck there. And since I've got two guys here joining me today that are both from the north, have you ever lived in a place that had so many taco trucks? Like any food, as many food trucks, but also just like every other gas station has a food truck at it.
No,
absolutely not.
No, Dave.
No,
and like you're also, I've lived in northern Michigan. We have like 3 food trucks. And all the olds have their minds blown when they're like, "Oh my god, a food truck!"
It's just hard to it's tough to operate in the snow, winter months.
Expensive to keep them warm.
Yeah, no, it's mostly just brick and mortar establishments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to bricks and mortars, though.
Yeah, I support both of those things.
One of my dad's favorite things to say when people talk about how his son lives in Austin is he likes to just tell how many food trucks we have down here.
It's like his go-to.
Yeah, loves those stats.
It's interesting because I will not eat fast food if it is attached to a gas station. There's just something about it. That's like my elite trait.
I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
I think I had a bad experience when I was young.
Because like that's like one of the only times I will get fast food is because I'm in a situation where I'm on the road and there's like a McDonald's connected to a marathon.
We did do McDonald's after the Houston meetup, but we were all down real bad. But I have no second thoughts about doing tacos from a gas station parking lot.
I like to go straight to the source for the tacos.
Stu?
Just straight to the place. I feel like they have all these places in Austin that sell like Taco Deli tacos at the cafe. I'd rather just go to Taco Deli and get the taco straight.
You feel like you're losing something in transit?
Yeah.
Like these tacos may not travel.
They also don't offer my favorite breakfast taco as one of the to-go options at said cafes. So that also affects me greatly. Shout out to the Otto. Best breakfast taco.
What cafe are
It's a
you
good one.
specifically referring to?
Oh, they have several.
Okay.
Cafe Medici is one in Austin.
Right.
Summer Moon Coffee.
There you go. Makes you feel fine.
Does Summer Moon have food?
They do that. They have like their pastries, and then they have like their Taco Deli. Like until they sell
too
out.
many coffee shops have pastries and like breakfast desserts, and not enough hearty stuff. Like give me an egg and cheese on a biscuit or
I
something.
don't know. I feel like Hardee's is a pretty low tier.
Does Hardee's have breakfast?
I don't know. That's Brett Merriman's voice, ladies and gentlemen.
Good eye. Go USA.
Dylan is in Denver.
We shout an nod to Dylan and Nick Adams.
No.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
trying
know,
to do Dylan bits right now?
I'll be Dylan today.
What's Dylan doing in Denver?
Appears he's at Red Rocks.
He performed at Red Rocks based on no one showed up for his performance at Red Rocks.
He did a one-man show.
I think he's just gallivanting.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
I feel like I didn't know anything about this trip at all going into it. I was like, oh, okay, sneaky Denver trip.
I don't think they had a ton of stuff on the schedule. I think it was more just go up there, hang out with
it out.
One of Brittany's friends.
Those are the best kind.
Yeah, hopefully he gets into some mushrooms or something. Comes back with like a new perspective and just a better attitude overall.
I don't know if post mushrooms Dylan. I don't know what that would spit out.
Ideally, a renewed.
That's an
more
algorithm I
creative
can't
person.
figure out right now.
Dylan on shrooms.
Yeah,
I don't know. Help me and
I
Dave.
feel like that would break the algorithm hard.
You think he's microdosing? CBD at a minimum.
Yeah,
It's legal there.
he does like doing exactly one CBD.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing. Everybody has their juice. That's Dylan's.
No comment.
What?
We were hanging out with Harbs this weekend. Shouts to Harbs, and his dog got into some THC gummies by accident, and that was just making me think she's okay. By the way,
We've all been there.
Yeah, how high his dog was all weekend.
She got into about a quarter of the amount that Barrett's dog got into back in the day at after ACL, and that dog was fine.
Yeah.
Has your dog also been really high at some point, Will?
Man, we got a big week ahead of us.
I don't think I know that story. Okay.
Tomorrow, we'll be doing a little Patreon episode. Little pre Thanksgiving Patreon episodes hit absolutely different. I think today's episode right now might hit a little different.
Dude, short week.
Like, short week.
Shortest of weeks.
World Cup. U.S. men's national team today. Motivation's low.
I'll say it. I'll do a beer at 1 p.m.
I might do one. I might do one.
I'll do
beer.
only domestic though, in honor of our.
Whatever. What if they produce that? What if they produce that domestic beer at a factory in the United States? Can we be okay with that?
Like a domestic is a American beer.
If anyone out there, I'm not sure if we're going to do a pure worst of episode tomorrow, but if anybody has a bad night before Thanksgiving story, I want to hear it. Email it to worstof@washmedia.com. Or you can go to the Wash Media website, which is washmedia.com. Click on that worst of logo. Boom. You can fill out the anonymous form right there. But if you got that story, we want to hear it. But we'll probably be doing some other stuff too. Maybe sprinkling in some voicemails. We like some voicemail sprinkles every once in a while. And guess what? Patrons, they get first access to our Black Friday sale. Not saying what that sale is, but they get first access to that Black Friday sale. Washedmedia.shop. Things will probably sell out this week. So if there's something you want to get, even if you have to pay full price, I'd probably go there now and do that. But patrons get first access, like I told you guys. They'll make it happen.
Some new stuff coming too. We have some ideas in the hopper.
Did y'all see that drop in the Slack last night from Ricky?
Ooh. He had another drop today that I think you're going to like.
Hey, I've seen some of the marketing materials.
We're dropping toys.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
Randy, we sold 8.
We can't do that. We could do what? All you faithful though. Has anybody ever?
Where are we dropping toys? It's
Santa. You get it? It's Santa dropping.
It's a war zone thing.
As he's going into war zone.
Has anybody ever voicemailed a worst of story?
No.
Like told their story.
I just worry that it would just become too
it would be long.
What we've learned is that long
voicemails
can really wear thin. Can you imagine watching that on YouTube where we're sitting here for 10 minutes just like, oh yeah.
No, that sounds like bad radio.
Yeah.
So
it'd be tough.
On the radio.
Someone can try, but I also think that our voicemail system shuts you off after 2 minutes either way.
Part of the allure of the show is that when Will, he'll be a paragraph deep, and then one little detail will come up that's like a major red flag, and we'll have to jump down and be like, whoa, what? And
that's being able to pause makes it a little easier. I can place the dramatic pauses intentionally.
And we're really bad about listening to the voicemails. Like half the voicemails, at least one member of the show is like, I didn't hear it.
Somehow we've been operating for almost 4 years now. Shade under 4 years.
Holy shit.
And somehow we still do not have a foolproof way of getting these voicemails done. But we'll figure it out eventually. If you figure out everything, there's nothing to figure out.
Wash Media is turning 4 in 2 months.
We got a college degree in Wash Media.
Holy shit! I've been here longer than Barstool. That's weird.
I think I'm at that point. I'm definitely at the breaking point where I've been at Wash Media longer than Grand X.
What's your highlight reel look like? Is it mostly Wash Media stuff or Barstool? Because I've seen a lot of Barstool.
It's got to be Barstool, I think. At this
I feel
point.
like I got more on camera time there, whether I wanted it or not. Yeah.
Was most of that positive?
Well, depends on your. Dave, everything's positive. I see the glass half full. We're just lucky to be alive, man. Just keep living.
Good point. I guess I can't really argue.
Living, Dave.
Okay.
It's McConaughey for you.
Okay. You know what McConaughey would look damn good in? I'd like to see McConaughey's ass in some Muggsy jeans. Muggsy's are the most comfortable men's jeans on the planet. They're built with proprietary stretch denim. These jeans look stylish, but feel like you're wearing sweatpants. The most damn comfortable jeans around. They are the stretch jeans for men. They were the first to do this for men, really. We know these guys quite well at this point. We've hung out with them numerous times. When you've broken bread with people at Matt's El Rancho, that's when you know that that's a friendship that goes deep.
We sat at a top 3 table at Matt's El Rancho with them, and we had a good time.
Yeah, and the next day we cured that hangover by crushing beers in the store with them.
I'll say
That is
it's
true.
top 2 tables.
Top 2. Hey,
It's either that table or one next to the koi pond on like a date night.
I don't know. If you get that middle table in the middle of that center room, you kind of feel like you're like in
It's gotta be
Scarface or
outside.
something.
it's
be
like
outside,
a koi
dude.
pond on a date night.
You like inside at Matt's?
Oh, I mean, dude, like right now, if you go to
I
Matt's,
mean,
like I'm not sitting
yeah.
outside.
I'm just saying Matt's vibe. Matt's is outside in nice weather at one of the 2 tables I mentioned in Mugsy's.
I'll say
I'm not
this,
gonna give a top 2
Mugsy's.
table to a 2 top next to the koi pond. I'll say that.
What's wrong with a koi pond?
Koi ponds can be gross.
It's a 3. What?
I'll say this: when I pull up with that Muggsy jean jacket,
Oh yeah.
doesn't matter if I'm inside or out. I'm putting on a show.
Dude, it's over.
I brought it back to the read.
It's over.
I did too.
These are cotton
Not as
based,
well.
so they're breathable, which is big for your nuts.
It is
Huge, man.
And also your
We got
butt.
kids. Our nuts are huge.
And guess what? They got more room for your balls. The fit, they're just great. They're never too baggy, never too skinny, always just right. And over everything, they represent comfortability and style. Be your best self rocking Mugsies because you feel comfortable and confident to take on whatever the day throws you. They've got so much good stuff. They've got their swim collection. They've got their jean jackets, like Dave said. They've got some t-shirts that are just tasteful.
Dude, they have you seen the new sweatshirts?
No.
They're like retro sweaters. I got it pulled up right now here for Davey. Look at those vintage crews.
Go get
yeah.
them.
I would definitely wear that. I'm not asking for a gift bag or anything, but I would wear those.
Right now, there's a Black Friday sale getting you up to 30% off the entire site at Mugsy.com. Head to Mugsy.com to take advantage of their Black Friday deals right now. Again, that is Mugsy.com for their Black Friday sale where you can get up to 30% off site-wide. When I saw that there was some neighborhood chili drama, I had to hop straight into the Google Doc and make some edits.
I missed this. I went to bed like right after White Lotus, so I did not see this.
Well, this was from like 3 days ago.
Okay.
We somehow all missed this until this morning. Do you want me to explain this?
Please.
Yeah, and
Let me read you 3 short paragraphs from our friends over at the Washington Post.
Please do.
This is paywalled content from the Washington Post, so please no one report me. Recently, a woman posted a thread on Twitter about her plans to make and deliver a pot of chili to her neighbors, a group of young men who, judging from their stream of delivery pizzas, she thought might appreciate a home-cooked meal. Commenters immediately began feasting on the virtual dish themselves. Some saw it as imposing and presumptuous. Some said, IDK how I would feel if a stranger came to my house with a meal I didn't ask for, one wrote, and some wondered if they had allergies. Some of the critique went further. One accused her of coddling and encouraging man-child behavior. One attributed her generosity to a white savior complex. And why not, some wondered, ask what kind of help her neighbors really wanted before making assumptions. The outrage flowed in the other direction too, with people slamming the critics. But I think the most damning thing that she had happen was that people criticized her for using carrots in the chili. And she didn't even use carrots in the chili. So she was just getting fried off the face of the earth, even though she didn't even do it.
Are those tomatoes? Oh, those are red bell peppers.
Yeah,
Dude, this
she
chili
did.
looks bomb.
You would eat this chili?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on record as saying that I'm not a huge chili guy. I enjoy it.
Really?
It's fine, but I don't go out of I never make my own chili. It's just not something I've ever done.
You ever do Chili Willies in college, Dave?
Don't know what that is.
Snorting cold vodka.
No, never did that.
Okay.
No.
Sorry.
No. It sounded like a fast food joint.
Nope.
I was like, it sounds regional, but no.
Nope.
Something else. A nice nose chug.
Yeah.
Will, when you told me about this story, I heard you just say chili, and I thought we were doing a chili story.
Mm-mm.
So when I saw this, when I clicked on it, I was taken aback.
No.
I have to say,
And I only talk about Applebee's on a date night at this
that's
point.
true. That's the thing about you. I don't. What is a man-child behavior?
I think that's just where like you probably order. Well, part of the reason she did this is because she said that these guys were like, she was getting some of their DoorDash deliveries. And so she was getting a lot of pizzas and she was worried about their diet. I'm not sure if chili is like what you make in order to fix someone's diet, but you know, I'm not gonna sit here and criticize
Do
her.
you want me to read the original tweet?
I do.
Several guys moved in next door, students, I guess, and I've gotten 2 confused DoorDash drivers for them in the last week. And their trash can was completely overflowing with pizza boxes. I don't think they cook. I am feeling such a strange motherly urge to feed these boys. Yeah, I guess she knows they're students. Is she unaware of like the life of a college student?
What
Like
I
where did this person go?
but I almost feel like she's very aware of the life of a college student and the people that are criticizing her for giving this food to them. If I was a college student and a woman came over that was my next door neighbor with a giant pot of chili that we didn't ask for, I'd be like, yes, please. Like, let me put that in my fridge right now because I would love some free food.
Did the lady who lived or who worked next door at our old office, who would always bring us their leftovers, did she encourage our man-child behavior?
Yes. Because she encouraged it to the point where I would loudly say, man, what are we doing for lunch today? Hoping that she would hear so we'd get free food.
She pulled up with like 8 boxes of KFC one time. And we're like, none of us wanted KFC. We're like, oh, I don't want KFC. And then we were just face deep in chicken. We were all just slopping down on some original recipe.
Yeah.
It was a great day.
Yeah.
I get a lot of assumptions being made about these guys. I don't want to step on a landmine again because I just don't know about man-child behavior, but it is by far one of the more hilarious things I've ever heard.
I do like that. Why are people like shitting on this girl for doing an incredibly nice thing?
I would love nothing more than to make fun of this woman right now. But I think she's getting wronged.
Yeah.
I think she deserves a redemption of some sort because she's just making a pot of chili for her neighbors. It appears as though she lives in a relatively cool weather place. Like, I don't understand why we're shaming people for making chili for their neighbors at this point.
No. She made up. People used to do this all the time. They would somebody would move in and they'd bring over like housewarming food. Did you get cookies when you moved in, Dave, from your neighbors?
Dave gives the gift of gumbo to certain people.
That's true.
do.
I'm not one of those people.
You haven't made
but
gumbo in a minute.
I know that he's done that.
In a minute.
Now that the more that I think about it, like,
where the
Dave,
fuck's the gumbo, Dave?
I'll make gumbo.
No,
can you imagine if you made the gift
no.
of gumbo and people just started frying you off the face of the earth for white knighting your friends? And
Oh man. Yeah. I guess I lucked out doing it before the chili tweet here.
Mm.
Yeah, look, she thought she was making a lot of assumptions. I guess if you're those kids, those guys living next door, I mean, do you think any one of them was like, who does she think she is? Oh, you don't think I can take care of myself? Like, that's not how, if these dudes are college students, that's not how they think. No one thinks like that.
If you're a college student and that's the way you think, like, you're the most entitled college student of all time. I was so broke. Like, I was buying $6 bottles of vodka to last the weekend.
Yeah. I was gone off that Azteca.
Yeah.
Oh, Burnett's.
I was on that Korsky grind.
Oh,
Yeah.
just McCormick's plastic bottle.
It doubled as like you could just clean your drains with it too.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Korsky was $6 for a fifth.
Yeah.
What was the thing you said, Chili Willy?
Chili Willies? Yeah.
That's where you snort it, right?
Yeah. See?
Yeah.
Dave, were you just not cool?
That's also a up north thing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Down
you do
down
haircuts
south,
too?
To be honest, I learned that from my buddies that lived in Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah, so it definitely is probably in Brett's wheelhouse.
Shouts to the Darien Blue Wave.
Down south, we just butt chug.
Bigger fan of the Darien Hatchers.
Great guy.
Mm-hmm.
The captain.
Have you seen the recipe for this chili?
I know she posted it. Here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and critique people's chilies. That's not my place. I've never made my own chili.
Has it gotten to that? You said that people were roasting her for having carrots, even though there's not
there's
carrots.
no carrots in
But
here.
like other than that, it looks like a fine chili to me, right?
Well, are you guys chili snobs? Because there's chili
No.
snobs out there. I am not one of those people.
Chili is like the most unsnobbish food on the planet.
Exactly. That's why I don't get when people are like,
It's beef and
because
soup.
what, Texas chili's no beans.
Isn't Dylan really into chili?
I can see him being a
He's
chili
really
snob.
into chili.
Micah,
He's really
Micah's a
into
chili
a
snob.
chili guy.
I'm a mac and cheese snob, but not chili.
I've seen Micah enter 2 chilies into a chili contest, and he didn't win with either of them.
Chili cook-off, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We
I didn't
have chowder.
even vote for his.
We don't have Chili Fest. We have Chowder Fest up in Saratoga Springs.
I would love to do that.
Do you want to go to Saratoga in February with me? Do Chowder Fest?
I would rather go like in July,
When there's, horses.
like golf and stuff.
If I'm not mistaken, Texas chili does not use tomatoes.
They don't
Or any
use
kind of-
beans.
or tomato paste or beans.
I don't know about the tomato part. But like
Unclear.
Again, like I don't really care if there's beans. I don't have a harsh take there.
Get him out of there. That's my opinion. I don't like beans.
I mean, I
don't
don't
like
put I don't put that many beans in my like Chipotle burrito bowls, but I'm also not like disgusted if there's beans in something because I'm not a child.
Do you ever get a bowl at the lay, and you do get beans, and by the time you get home, the bean juice is like worked its way through the bowl.
Come on, man.
Mm.
The guy like you didn't drain it properly.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's a thing that happens.
Can I ask you guys a question that I'm afraid to ask? Is chili named more for the ingredients or the weather that it's consumed in?
I could tell you this, man. This is not the show to get the accurate answer. Just not.
Based on the spelling of chili, I believe it is because of the chile peppers in there.
Probably so.
But it's also
But where does that come from?
the country.
What was the first word? Like, where do words come from?
Dude, that be facts.
Look it up. Where do words come from?
How did Chile get its name? It's named after Chile, South America, by local people sympathetic to its cause during Chile's struggle for independence.
Oh, that's real funny,
the,
bro.
that's the town of Chile, not the.
Not the meat based soup.
You tell I realized about halfway
Whoa,
through
whoa,
that
whoa.
sentence that I was doing the completely wrong thing.
Whatever, Dave. Stop. I know what I said. I know what I said. I don't care either way.
I'm not trying to defend Chile here, but
Oh man,
What is
Brad, we're not going to read
I don't-
that.
I
The
don't know. I'm
surprising
sorry,
history of
Dave.
Chile.
I don't. It dates back to
2,000 words on Chile.
10,000 years ago.
the one
just
thing?
a-
The one thing I don't negotiate with when it comes to chili is my fixins.
What are your What is that?
Are you jumping into an ad read? What is
No.
that? Oh, okay.
No,
Okay, good.
I need like I legit need shredded cheese. I legitimately need diced white onion.
Are you saying it's the only way?
It
you
is
can
the only
enjoy?
way. It's the only. I'm not going to enjoy a chili if there's not shredded cheese on top.
Do you
of
like
it.
the dollop of sour cream?
I do, but it's not a requirement. Another requirement that I've recently started mixing in is
Whoa.
diced fresh jalapenos.
Hey, man, you weren't born here, but you got here as fast as you could, man.
Oh yeah, brother.
That's a
Oh,
real
yeah,
Cajun there.
brother.
Yeah, man, that's good. Good for you.
hmm Good for you.
I think you would like my father-in-law's chili.
I like any chili.
He usually makes some. We usually bring it back. Maybe I'll bring you the
Dude,
gift
holler
of
at me.
third-party chili.
I did give Sally a little advice about her chili last time. She kind of made like a Whole30 chili,
Ooh.
and it was good. It's good. It is good.
Is it?
But I did ask, like, maybe next time we can do something a little heartier. I think I asked it in a way that did not get me in trouble. But we'll see the next time she makes chili.
I'll say this: Whole30 chili sounds better than Whole2 chili. You know what I'm saying?
Is that like
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
It is. Go ahead and mark that down. We'll clip it. Put that on TikTok.
Is our official take that she didn't deserve this?
yeah.
Yeah,
That's my official.
as
take.
someone who has not gone through her timeline to see any prior takes,
Yeah.
it seems like she was a little bit. She did put this out there, like why? It's like when you do like a charitable act and like you have to like record it. And it's
Maybe
like,
that's what we should be criticizing.
oh, dude, wow, you're such a altruist.
maybe-
Performative altruism.
That's
is
that's
something you're
what we should be
against it.
criticizing here,
Yeah.
actually. Good point.
Did she have was she a known commodity before this?
Yeah, she's got a decent little Twitter following. I also think that like we might
Oh,
be
yeah.
on totally different waves in general.
Let me see who.
But
follows
I
her.
will ride with her that she got a little wronged here.
The Eve 6 guy follows her.
If she wants to bring me chili, I will eat it and not put her on blast on Twitter for bringing us chili.
We should have just flamed that lady next door. Just bringing over Jersey Mike's or whatever they're eating. We should have just.
That
we
would have been like doing such a nice act for us, bringing an entire company lunch numerous days of the week.
We should probably like tip them off that they're wasting a lot of money on food.
I think they know. I don't think it matters at the clips that company was hiring.
They're very flush with cash.
Yeah, if you're looking to get hired at a job in Austin, Texas, go look for surveillance companies in Westlake. They're probably hiring. They're growing at a rapid clip.
Yeah. I think didn't they get bought out and they took on some money,
I don't know.
some VC, some cap.
News to me. Yeah, that you know what they actually did. No, you're right.
If
Totally
anybody
right.
would have known that, it's Brett.
Yeah, they were on the ABJ at some point.
Yeah.
Austin Business Journal,
Wow.
which I am a member.
You need
of.
you
Not a
need your
member
biz
of,
dev guy to be abbreviating ABJ.
That was a good story to kick off with.
She's done making chili now. If you get flamed on the internet for it,
No, I bet Lincoln Riley's still making brisket.
I think she needs to double down. I think she needs to make chili for
Made
her
chili
neighbors on
for
the
more
other side.
people.
Yeah.
Dave kind of got off the hook for not making gumbo for the last couple of years for any of us. I just want to make sure that he knows he's on the hook.
I was
I'm
pretty
putting Dave back on the hook.
I was pretty devastated when I didn't get a thing of chili from Dave, but I didn't actually. I knew I couldn't actually care because the way that Dave delivered the chili was to people's front doors, almost surprising them. And to do that at someone's apartment complex,
It's difficult.
further away than the people who had houses, that would just be a waste of time on Dave's part.
Yeah, you got to get the gate code.
It was very spontaneous, spur of the moment deal. I will run it back. I'm not a gumbo expert. I've never claimed to be, but I do make an adequate gumbo, which I think adequate gumbo is better than most things.
You can mask a mediocre gumbo for me by simply having really bomb sausage in there.
Oh, I'll put the most bomb sausage in there.
You're going to put your bomb sausage in there for me?
Yeah.
Andouille sausage? Summer sausage? Venison sausage?
You're just naming sausages. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of craving chili now, I'll be honest with you guys. Yeah. Like it's a cold ass day out there. 39 this morning.
Texas chili parlors are a real fun place to go after a football game.
It might be the most SEC feeling thing about Texas
more
football for some. I don't know. I don't know why I'm saying that. Like I don't have an explanation for why I'm saying that. But when I'm at Texas Chili Parlor watching a game, I feel like I'm watching an SEC game at all times. It's just fun in there.
Everybody just has like a frat swoop.
Mm-hmm.
It's either that or like the 2005 Rose Bowl's on.
It also just means more.
Well, I said that earlier.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, you stole his original joke.
Or did he steal my future joke?
I'm pretty like apathetic to the SEC right now based on some previous results. And
he's apathetic.
Well, maybe you should go all in on the NFL because the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is my go-to when betting the NFL this holiday season. They've got everything. Same game parlays, easy and fast payouts, player prop options. They got it all. They even have World Cup odds that I was reading off on the Too Much Dip World Cup preview the other day. And right now, new customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win their big game and get $150 in free bets if they do. Check this out. Right now, everyone can earn up to 100% boost with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, place the same game parlay, and combine multiple bets like which team will win, player props, point totals, and more. The more legs that you add, the bigger the boost and the bigger your shot to win big. Their app is unmatched. It's so simple to work. If us olds can do it, you guys can do it too. We got the Lions coming up on Thanksgiving. We got the Cowboys coming up on Thanksgiving. If there's ever a time to get some skin in the game, now's the time. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use code WASHED. Place a $5 bet on any NFL team to win their game and get $150 in free bets if they do. That's only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code WASHED. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Dave, we're doing something special today.
Ooh. Are we talking White Lotus?
You know, as people know, we're not doing an episode on Wednesday.
Right.
You know? And so today we have to do White Lotus Wednesday, but on a Monday. Last night I did something I haven't done all season. I watched it the night of. And the train keeps rolling. I'm still very happy with what we're seeing on my screen.
It's getting better each week.
You know what they're doing? I think they're ratcheting it up with the music every episode. So every episode they have the more anxiety-inducing stuff.
That was a hallmark of season 1 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Almost to the point to where you would go somewhere and you would hear it and you would get an ominous feeling. Like it triggers that. The music, the score in that show, that's what we say in the business, is perfect.
Last night was the first night I got that feeling where I'm like, oh, they're doing this. Just to be clear, Brett, you don't watch this show, correct?
Correct. Yeah, tune me out.
Brett doesn't watch any television besides sports.
Pretty much. Right now. You know what? I almost tweeted this, but I didn't because I didn't want it to be performatively altruistic. I am going to go Yellowstone from the beginning.
Dude, everyone's shitting on the latest season.
Just let's hold off on that because I got something I want to say about that later.
Okay. But I'm saying that I am going to do this.
Okay. More
and
I'm
excited about it.
I'm going to go ahead and say this before we get into White Lotus. I'm going to hop into the Tulsa King.
He's the king of Tulsa. I didn't know Tulsa had a hierarchy like that.
It's Tulsa King, Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I thought they were city council.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Okay.
People have been telling me it's fun.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. You know the premise, right?
Yeah, he's the king of Tulsa.
Okay.
What's the premise?
I don't know, New York Mafia capo Dwight the General Manfredi is released from prison after 25 years and exiled by his boss to set up shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Realizing that his mob family may not have his best interests in mind, Dwight slowly builds a crew. Oh, fuck yeah.
Here, can I do my impression of the King of Tulsa?
Okay.
I don't know if they have
It's
my
not.
my
Sylvester-
business investments in mind.
Sylvester Stallone, very different actor.
Didn't know
Looks
about
surprisingly good.
The Italian community in Tulsa wasn't really.
I saw a billboard for this in when we were in LA, and I actually thought to myself, Dave, Sly looks great.
Yeah. Yeah. He does. I don't know how it holds up in person, but on camera, it looks great.
Yeah, as far as that severely photoshopped billboard goes, he looked really good.
Okay.
So we're on episode 4. Last night, if you haven't watched it, obviously just go to the show notes and skip ahead. Last night we saw a pseudo breakup between Albie and the personal assistant, who has moved on to a very
Portia.
slick British guy.
Yeah, I need your thoughts on that dude.
I think he's trash overall.
I hate him.
I think he's trash
I
overall,
hate him,
but
but
he
I-
is slick.
I know he's an absolute weapon.
He's got that's what I referred to him to Sally as. This
Essex,
guy-
right? He's from Essex in the show.
Yeah.
Is that any relation to where Tom Hardy's from? Because he sounds like Tom Hardy.
I don't know where Tom Hardy's from, but like if you're a Love Island watcher, you know when an Essex person comes out of nowhere. Like you can just tell by the accent. They all have the same vibe. Essex people are kind of built different.
Crap, he's from Hammersmith.
Damn. Do you know if that's near Essex?
It's Fulham adjacent. Does that help? Because it doesn't help me at all.
I mean,
Fulham.
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 What did I say?
Fulham.
You said Fulham. Just Fulham.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay,
That's rude.
Brett.
I just jumped into. That was rude. That was rude.
No,
That
that's
was rude.
fine. That's fine.
London
Brett,
city limits.
I don't want you to feel like you can't contribute. Just
I don't watch the show. I want to be here.
No, it's
I want
okay.
to contribute.
Get out of here, dog.
You could put on some headphones and listen to the Wallflowers.
Yeah, you
People have
could.
done
That's
that
what
before.
Will
It's a
used
good
to
bit.
do. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to like the guy, but he was so smooth in how he operated with her that I'm like, okay, she clearly is very into him.
Yeah, and I get it. Albie's a cuck, but the whole time we knew Albie was going to go up there.
I didn't think he would brick it this bad.
You're just waiting for him to go up there and make it awkward, and he did. That was
Hey, saved you a spot.
so bad. You can't go up there,
Dude,
right?
I was close to being that guy on vacation when I was in high school. I met this girl from like a different school, and like I remember getting to the point where it's like, Will, you can't simp for this girl. That's a bad look for you.
Did you also get domed up by a prostitute?
No, I had my story ended like Albie's did. I think my life would have gone in a much different direction.
That also hooked up with your dad a few nights prior?
And also was topless in your grandpa's room, like also earlier that day, or I guess the day before.
Right.
I was glad to see that this episode featured less of the grandpa, as he spikes my anxiety every time he talks.
I think he's perfect. He picks his spots and he every scene he's in, he nails. He's gotten less creepy, which is nice.
Yes, he needed to get less creepy, and the way that you and Dylan actually supported the way that I don't want to say he's a scene stealer, but he does. That's a good way of putting it. He takes his opportunities very well. You guys did make me look a little more positively at him, but I think I was creeped out by him in the beginning so much that I didn't want to admit that I enjoyed him a little bit.
This set up a lot of things. We get the manager, Valentina. It looks like she's going to make a move on Chloe. What's her name?
Where did this come from?
The employee. I don't know. I think it's weird because if you remember, who was our guy from season 1 that we love?
Armand?
Armand.
Yeah.
Armand seduced one of his employees.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan famously put his face there. And now it looks like they're setting that up with Valentina, which you kind of wondered what they were going to do with her. I'm still
wondering what they're going to do with her.
I've liked her character. She's sassy. She didn't put up with shit. But at the same time, it's like, what are you doing? What is this?
Who's our Armand at this point? Is it the prostitute? She's the one causing the chaos. Or I feel like she's the one where the chaos is going to all stem from at this point, because she's definitely. I mean, I told Sally last night, my theory is that she ends up marrying Albie.
Like he saves her, brings her back to LA?
Yeah. Or he stays there. because he's like out of school and like whatever. It doesn't matter.
I wouldn't hate that. I love her character.
I would be devastated if she ended up with a dork like Albie though.
Love a lot of things about her.
Like
Just like the
such
writing,
as
her dialogue. She's a scene stealer.
they're
personally.
great.
Yeah, both of them are good. They're really good. The piano player.
Is he dead?
I'm assuming he's not going to make it. So do we confirm that was Viagra?
Well, what Sally told me is that it could have either been an adverse reaction to like a drug, like a hard drug, or there's some people that just can't take Viagra because it'll kill you.
You ever taken Viagra?
Have not.
All right.
Brett just winked at us.
No, I'm
just
just
kidding.
I
He
just didn't know Viagra could kill potentially.
I think there's some. I don't know.
Yeah, if you probably have a heart condition, I'm sure, right? Because it
I-
does.
oh,
It's
yeah,
like
probably.
the blood flow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably not right.
We're not in STEM.
No longer. We pivoted to podcast.
The last time I took what would be considered a STEM course was probably about 2007,
I only smoke stems.
maybe 8.
I smoke the worst weed.
Really?
Just the shittiest. It's probably fake. It's pencil shavings from that kid's notebook.
Like you're not even grinding up the stem; you're just lighting the end of the stem
Yeah.
and smoking that down.
Yeah, I'm boiling banana peels, trying the nutmeg, trying it all.
It was very lazy of that girl to go through the purse and grab all the pills, and then not just walk 10 more feet down to the water
That
and ask,
bothered
"Hey,
me.
which one's the Viagra?"
That bothered me. It also would have maybe tipped off Albie that,
She's a prosty.
you would ask, why do you have Viagra?
Yeah, but if you're on vacation and you're in the water with the girl, and then her friend asks about
You're
Viagra,
not stopping.
Yeah, you just kind of like act like that never happened.
I'm happy for him.
I am too, I guess, but like again, he's such a dork.
He's a total dork. He's a total cuck.
I don't think I thought that before. He absolutely bricked the situation with the personal assistant where he just couldn't help but go up to her.
I thought he was after the last episode.
I probably should.
Nice kid, but you knew when that dude jumped in the pool and was giving her the eyes. We had not seen the last of him.
Oh, we had not seen the last of him.
What's going on with that guy's uncle?
I don't know.
That Tanya's running around with now.
I'm not very invested in that. Like, if Tanya cheats on what's his face, it doesn't matter to me. I have no concerns.
Facts, yeah. Nobody cares about Greg.
No, Greg needs to get out. Like, that guy sucks.
Greg might die on a boat.
It was a miss even bringing Greg back
You
for
think?
this season.
I enjoyed him. I'm
so tan.
I'm thinking he's the dude who's gonna get got though.
I don't hate that theory.
I mean that's almost what they're expecting you to think.
Yeah.
But I gotta say that was one of the hottest parties I've ever seen. All those dudes that came up there were just 10s.
Yeah. Yeah. I like
21-year-old 10s. Where do they find these guys?
Why can't I find trip friends like that just invite me to dope ass dinners?
I guess I didn't pick up on like that dude was gay. The main one that was into Tanya.
Yeah, I didn't either. My
Just the way
gaydar
he
was
was
off.
talking, I was like, okay. Like, are you into her, or you just you like her style? I don't know. But then once they had the party with all dudes, then I was like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
What other storylines we got?
Hey, can let me just interrupt. Does White Lotus season 2 follow? Like, do you know somebody's gonna die? Do you know it's at a vacation?
This season
there's
started off with a scene that was a week in the future, which is what they
much
did in
like
the
the
first.
last, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And so in that first scene, you see one of the main characters dive into the water for a final swim on her vacation,
Mm-hmm.
and everything's great. And then suddenly a dead body floats by.
Got it.
And
Okay,
so that's what we're
it's-
dealing
Yep.
with.
So similar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about the two couples.
Oh yeah.
Call me crazy. Let's hypothetically say, Dave, that this happens to either you or me. We're with one of our college buddies who's, made a lot of money. We're hanging out, we're partying. Our wives get kidnapped and go somewhere for a night, and we party. And then your boy from college cheats on his wife in your room, and there's a condom wrapper on the couch. Your wife finds it. I don't think, knowing my wife, knowing your wife, I don't think they're just putting that in their DOP kit for the day and calling it good. I feel like I'm getting undressed right there and yelled at.
Yeah. That's going to be an immediate conversation.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, how is she not just saying, like, what's this condom wrapper? We could solve this problem right now.
It serves the show very well because then every scene with the four of them, you're waiting for her to bring it up, and you got that music creeping in, and that's when the tension gets high.
But like, it's such an easy out because you can just be like, oh no, like, babe, the noted scumbag is the one who had sex on that couch.
Yeah.
Like, what? The one who is who already cheats on his wife per the person you were with. He
Yeah.
was the one who did this.
Yeah. Also, Cameron knows that Harper knows. Cameron gave her a look. Like he could tell that something was wrong.
Mhm.
And now he probably thinks that Ethan told Harper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I still have a huge crush on her.
On who?
Daphne.
You're a Daphne guy.
I'm in love with Daphne. Like I'm head over heels in love.
You're a Daphne punk?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm a big Aubrey Plaza guy after this season. Just in general, I'm very impressed by her performance.
I'm not saying she couldn't do this, but she flipped me.
I didn't know.
Like
I really didn't know she had it in her.
I didn't either. I had seen her play one character pretty much my entire life. I didn't really take in a lot of her other work outside of Parks and Rec. Have to admit, absolutely have loved her this season. She's been probably top 2 for me. Maybe.
Ethan's gonna spill. He is not going to save Cameron.
No,
you can't.
No, I wouldn't.
No,
to be honest, like there's too much that could go
Cameron.
wrong. Like you got to figure that out.
That's on camera for being sloppy.
Yeah,
you don't just leave that there.
Yeah,
you got to watch this show.
I probably will at some point.
It's got a lot of juice.
Yeah, I liked the first season a lot. I really did. I enjoyed it. I missed the wave, and like I wanted to let you guys ride the wave, and I paddled over it and just kind of went over. I'll get the next set, Dave.
Did you think we were going to get a Dominic crank scene? Or Michael Imperioli?
That was such a half-hearted crank.
That dude, that's just a guy. That's a defeated crank.
It was a sad crank.
That's like your favorite team just lost in the playoffs.
All right, I just did something I'm going to get yelled at for. I mashed that follow button on Daphne's IG.
How many followers? Let me guess.
More than I thought.
488.
684.
Wow,
right.
Good for her.
Uh-huh.
That's you can make a living off of that.
Pretty impressive.
That's
Pretty
her,
impressive
right.
stuff.
Megan
Oh
Fahey.
yeah, Megan Fahey. She's in stuff. I'm a big fan of hers.
That's like half of marriage conversations, by the way. You're watching a show like, oh, what is he in?
Mm-hmm.
Tanya's gay friend, Alyssa, stopped the show. She's like, I recognize his voice. And then she named some obscure show, probably English. And I was just like, yeah.
One of the dudes was in Emily in Paris.
Really? Okay.
It took me a minute for that. Yeah, that is half the conversations. Wait, what? I recognize him from something.
Wait,
Don't look it up. Don't look it up. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
face.
I'm going to let it come to me.
It's usually Game of Thrones.
I don't see that doesn't resonate with me. I don't know. That Matt Smith dude seems to be in everything these days. Is that his name?
Who's Matt Smith?
I don't know. Is that not his name? Yeah, Randy's confirming.
Oh yeah. He's the guy with the
The thing.
Damon Targaryen. Of course, you know that.
Damon?
You know how those Targaryens get.
How do they decide on Damon?
I don't know.
As opposed to like all the other like Rhaendra and Daenerys, and there's just Daemon.
Yeah. There's Glenn.
Johnny Damon.
Yeah, these guys like sneaky.
There's Tanner Lannister.
Is there? I don't know if this is a bit that you guys have been doing for years, or if there's actually a Tanner Lannister. Is there actually a Tanner
No.
Lannister? Oh,
No.
It's just the Fratty Lannister.
I was very confused. I was like, I've heard this so much that now I'm convinced there's a Tanner Lannister.
The funniest thing though is in House of the Dragon,
Hot D.
there is a Jason Lannister.
I hate that.
It's just
Jason
it just
Lannister.
doesn't.
He always pays his debts, man.
He just pulls up with a tray full of Schlotsky sandwiches and just goes to town.
I couldn't tell if you were
Joke
doing
for
a.
one person on here. The other
I
guy's not
thought you were
here.
doing a Jason's Deli joke and then working in subs.
No.
And
There's levels to it, and it's obscure, and I regret it. I regret my actions. Anyway, good show. I'm excited. I'm excited. I thought after episode 1 and seeing some of the buzz, I thought people were going to turn on it, and that has not happened.
I've been completely happy with this season. I have no takes how it stacks up versus season 1, and I'm not going to do that. But I have very much enjoyed it.
Can you turn off Randy's mic real quick? Randy, if you don't mind getting off Tinder real quick. Just playing.
I'm on IMBD.
Did you watch the final Walking Dead last night?
Yeah, let's get Randy's Walking Dead review.
Not yet, but I think that's the series finale.
It is.
It is.
I have yet to watch.
I refuse to believe Walking Dead is going away.
Well,
there's just going to be
No,
another.
there's like 3 different
based on the
shows.
chart that I saw floating around Twitter about the viewership numbers, they need to shoot that show in the head.
Well, they're not. They're spinning off more stuff, and I think there's going to be a movie.
Dude, seeing what the numbers used to be versus what they are now was one of the more depressing things I've ever seen.
I think zombies are done, right? There was a zombie era for a while, like World War Z.
I feel like it went from like 2003 to like 2015.
Yeah, zombies had a pretty good little run there. And then it was like dragons and fantasy shit.
I'm so glad
Well-
Dylan's not here to sing a song that none of us want to hear.
You know, dragons, though, there's a theory that they once roamed the earth.
Who's-
Randy.
Dude,
uh,
I've thought that. Like,
Whose
Randy.
theory is this?
what's up? I thought so. This is actually
Tell us about it, bud.
I'll save it for a later conspiracy pod. But Game of Thrones had zombies, idiot.
It's true.
yeah.
But
Randy-
I'm saying,
yeah.
but the Game of Thrones started in like 2010, so they were right in the middle of zombie like pop culture. So zombies played.
Zombies did have a moment, y'all.
What's it now? I mean, like what is the cool
Paranormal.
fantastical thing?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
paranormal,
paranormal, like-
dragons, pretty much.
No,
Clowns had a
actually, no.
second.
What replaced zombies was just straight up murders.
Yeah,
Like straight up, like
people
that's what, like.
murders and
Then we
shit.
started getting serial and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
like actual murders started replacing people, things that live forever or whatever. Do zombies live forever unless you cut their head off? Is that the thing?
Isn't there a wooden stake involved?
That's
Who would eat a
vampire.
steak made out of
Wood-fired
wood?
steak.
Randy, you got to watch this.
The Walking Dead.
I need
will.
you to watch
I
it.
am fully up.
You were
caught
one
up
of-
except for last night.
Are you
were-
really?
You are one
so
of dozens
I watched
of
the
people.
penultimate.
I can't
know.
believe that. You and KJ might be the only 2 people I know.
So I'll let you know how underwhelming it is.
I was actively seeking out spoilers last night.
I even
so
thought when I
I'm
saw that
excited
the
for you.
series finale was on, I was like, I can't believe Randy's going to watch this.
Yeah.
Does it? I mean, is Rick still kicking?
We'll see.
Yes, considering he's going to be in the movie.
Yeah, I
Oh,
don't like how they
jeez.
did that. It was like, you can kind of guess where they're going with the finale. But that's all we have to say about it. Thank you, Randy.
What was your Yellowstone take?
Let's move on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can issue it after this, Brett.
Am I Dylaning the rundown right now?
A little bit, but you wouldn't know. You
Sorry.
wouldn't know based on the rundown.
Okay.
Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Before we get into that, let's hear from our friends over at FrameBridge. FrameBridge makes it easier than ever to custom frame everything that matters without ever leaving the house, which means you can easily give a thoughtful gift this holiday season. I've been lucky enough to have a ton of incredible experiences with the people I love this past year, and I'd love to give something special to each of them. I'm a little behind on my holiday orders, but FrameBridge makes it possible to frame a photo that not only ships out the very next day, but also comes in a beautiful gift box. I've used this service so many times, not only for gifts for other people, but for stuff in my place. And guess what? It all looks absolutely phenomenal. We got Fritz you got some school photos in the other day. Yeah, if you think those aren't getting framed for the relatives, you're insane.
My mom is at the point where every new photo of Rhodes she like wants to frame.
Mhm.
So I've passed along our FrameBridge savings to her.
That is wonderful. That's a good move, Dave.
Yes.
If you're wondering how to do this, there's so many different ways you can get your stuff framed. You just go to framebridge.com and upload a photo into one of their holiday gift frames of your choosing. You can preview your photo in dozens of frame styles, choose your favorite, and you can even customize that frame further by adding a brass plate with your own caption or a sweet note on the back of the frame. The experts at FrameBridge custom frame your photo and ship it out the very next day. Instead of paying hundreds on last-minute gifts, FrameBridge starts at just $39 plus free shipping. You can order online or you can stop by a FrameBridge store near you to work with a designer in person. Get started today and give the perfect gift. Go to framebridge.com and place your order today. Check out FrameBridge's holiday gift shop for frames that ship out the very next day in a beautiful gift box. We're going to do something a little special that we've done before.
What's up?
We do it every year before Thanksgiving. A little something called the Thank Bank.
Wow.
It's where we've been storing away all of our thanks in a bank for the last year, and now we get to undo the vault.
What's the interest rate like on that?
Dude, 6.9%, man.
Wow.
Brett, you're familiar with the Thank Bank,
That's a
aren't
good
you?
one. No, I'm not. Please, if for
Thanks for listening.
somebody, for somebody who's new to this,
Randy is.
Randy loves
Randy's
their
familiar with
Thank Bank.
like stuff from 2015.
That's true.
Like, oh, you guys talked about that segment that one time.
He's
It's like,
an encyclopedia of this show.
There's a decent chance that Brett's already been on a Thank Bank.
Oh, thank you.
Like his year one, he was probably on the Thank Bank. He's just like not even thinking about it.
This is fun.
Why don't
Just
you go?
give
Why
us
don't you go
this-
ahead? I'll follow.
Well, Dave, you wanted. I think we're.
Oh, yeah,
Are we
yeah.
combining?
Yeah, my first think bank, I just want to say, is Elon Musk.
Mm.
Controversial figure.
He's not on my think bank.
He is on mine because he has brought Twitter back indirectly, based only upon like the small rebellion going on at his company and the ensuing, I guess, Friday night Twitter. Was it Thursday or Friday night when everyone was sure that Twitter was
Thursday.
going away? Well, I knew it wasn't going away, but it was kind of everybody knew.
That's
And
what killed me, though, is that everyone knew that it actually wasn't going away the next day.
it was like Y2K.
There are a lot of scenarios. Like, I mean, I have been talking about Twitter enough with people where I felt like I needed to do my research about the different scenarios that could happen that could actually shut Twitter down.
There's a really good thread on this.
And
I'll
so,
send
yeah,
you.
so there's a thread of like so many different scenarios that really kind of brings to light, like, okay, this is actually a possibility. But I would say that nobody actually thought they'd wake up the next day and Twitter would just be offline. But people knew that there was content to be had and volume shooting to be done.
Nobody did a like. You can find me on this tweet, right? None
From
of us
this
did.
company?
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
No,
thank
we're
God.
not.
We can't. Don't do that.
We
I'm
don't.
not bringing
we
back
don't.
Snap.
We don't
No,
stoop
no,
that
no,
low.
no. That was as cringy as I've ever seen people on Twitter being like, "Well, if this is the end, find me on Mastodon." And I was like, "Stop."
What
Please
is
stop.
Mastodon?
That's a great. I think it's Slack meets Twitter is kind of what I've heard. I don't have a Mastodon account on account that they are extinct.
Some people. Never
I
mind.
think mammoths are still here.
You know what, Brett? Underrated. But thank you, Elon, because that was one of the most fun nights on Twitter we've had in a while. Just people bringing up their greatest hits, just some of the all-time great tweets. Saw some Trill Ballin stuff I've forgotten about.
I was on our flight to Vegas during that whole fiasco, and so I was trying to update on plane Wi-Fi, and with a crying child next to me.
Love it.
Not an ideal situation for trying to be
No.
on a good Twitter night.
So how did that go?
Hate Vegas. Worst city on earth.
Yeah.
I don't understand Vegas people. I know I
Like,
didn't get a
Vegas, baby.
bachelor party, but like if I had one and y'all were trying to get me to go to Vegas, I would tell y'all.
Can you
no.
give Randy a little volume?
Randy still has volume. You could hear him swiping.
Randy.
Vegas, baby.
There it is.
Thank you,
There he is.
thank you, Randy.
There he is.
Well, you just missed the greatest hits. You could go back. I can recommend some accounts to just go look at their RTs if you're big into RTs. but-
I did. I got enough information that night, but it was tough getting it.
yeah, it was a good night to screenshot tweets, your favorite ones,
Mhm.
until you can't.
Interesting.
I was gonna holster this one, but Brett is super into talking about this right now, so I'm gonna bring it to my first thank bank. Okay.
Yes.
Shrooms?
I want to thank anyone who is willing to admit that Yellowstone sucks and that they're done
Oh.
watching it, because you have given me license to also do the same.
Okay.
Brett, I want you to know what you're getting into when you start watching this show.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm excited. I think it's one of those shows that the aesthetic plays a role in the people liking it so much. It's like, oh, cool.
Probably 90% of the show.
It's
So-
the aesthetic, and it just makes people feel like they are cowboys.
Right. And Kevin Costner it plays a role. So I'm gonna dive in, no expectations, other than I feel like I'm going to like the aesthetic of the show more than the actual show itself.
Like if that thing's in Des Moines, come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
it ain't hitting the.
No
same.
offense to
to our Midwest.
No, we got nothing but love for
my
Des
Des
Moines.
Moiners.
If it was in, I'd say if it was in Austin, it probably wouldn't hit, but it would probably hit.
Yeah.
It would probably hit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, it probably would.
we're diffy.
Like city encroachment on people's farms going out. Yeah, it would. It totally would.
I finished season 2, and then when season 4 is currently out, and I was like, you know what? There's a lot of hype for season 4. So much hype that I'm impressed that people watch season 3. And I watched the first episode of season 3 and was just like, okay, I remember every single reason that I hate this show. It is preposterous.
Didn't a guy hook up with a wolf or something in season 1?
Dude, they hook up in front of wolves all the time.
In
It's
front
like,
of
what's
wolves.
going on?
Okay.
Kind of bad. Like in a vacuum, that statement's badass. Like
Yeah.
I would also want to hook up
But
in
the
front
scene
of a wolf.
itself
Like,
is
how alpha is that? Nick
it's
Adams?
cringe.
Oh, really?
It's not good. I hate this show.
Are
I
they
feel
really
like there's a
going
lot
at
of.
it?
Yeah.
I think
Nice.
the thing
What's the
this
wolf
is
doing?
is he like, ooh, spicy?
That's how he talks.
Yeah.
It feels like based on the previews and whatnot, there's like just gratuitous murder to keep people
Insane.
in kind of like, that's surprising.
The amount of bullets that fly around like in this show on a daily basis is just wild.
Just feels like a lawless area.
So people are
Yeah.
just gifting blenders
like
to each other.
they would be making the news for this kind of stuff in a big way on a national level.
Like a lot of
Just a lot of murder, yeah. A lot of explosions. Things blowing up
We're
everywhere.
on a ranch. Like Tannerite, I get that, but
I have been told that they got their helicopter budget back for season 4.
that they
They lost the helicopter budget for a couple seasons because I think it was just tough. But
it's in the shop.
they had to start taking the King Ranch Edition trucks everywhere instead of the helicopters.
Okay, so they used to fly around the helicopter in like the camera was on the copter, not in the copter pointing down. You know what I mean? Like
They just didn't fly in helicopters anymore in season 2 and 3.
They were
Okay.
just flying commercial. That's just a
Mhm.
big drop off.
Mhm.
Just not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no desire to start it, but Brett, just because you know this season sucks, that's no reason to not start it.
no, I don't have an opinion. I'm not like a review reader letting season sucking make my decisions for me. I want to watch the show for the aesthetic and the cultural relevance.
Okay. Well said.
Thanks.
I'm gonna pivot a little bit. My Thank Bank entry here. I got a DM from a listener. This is a cool DM. I'm not gonna say his full name, but his name's Griff. We'll say that.
Okay.
DM'd, he said, we started reading TFM articles around maybe the 8th grade. I can remember around 9th grade when I was a summer camp counselor going to the one spot with Wi-Fi and screenshotting articles so I could read them later. Started reading some PGP stuff around sophomore year of college, and I got really into touching base right before it went under. I was living in my fraternity house when y'all started circling back around Christmas time. I've been dedicated listener to all wash stuff on Spotify ever since. I just got out of grad school and started my legit job last week. Today I go optimized.
Whew.
I mean,
If that ain't a
Shouts to-
story you love to hear.
Shouts to Griff. Shouts to Griff.
just a fiscally responsible lad. He knew like, hey, I don't have like my full like real-time job. I'm going to wait. And then boom, as soon as he does, now he's a young professional, firmly in the demographic. Shout out to Griff.
I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Wasn't that what Will was saying? He was in college, socially responsible, fiscally responsible, or social. Fuck, I fucked that up. Damn.
Yeah,
No, hold on,
dude,
stop.
you had something.
Fuck,
You just didn't
I
land the
fucked it
plane.
up.
You didn't land the
I fucked it
helicopter.
up. Never mind.
He lost
Socially
the
liberal,
budget.
fiscally responsible is where I was going with that joke, and I anagrammed it.
I have a
can-
thank you.
Oh, you just gonna skip mine?
Is that
Oh,
what you
I didn't know
did?
you had it. I thought you didn't know what the thank bank was.
No, I'm thankful for Avis. Shouts to our friends over at Avis Rental Car.
New sponsor alert.
They give you the tools to be. No, I had a.
Drop the bag, Avis.
I wish. I had a situation the other week, Dave, where they were trying to charge me $1,100 for a crack in a windshield.
Wow, were you with Hunter Biden?
Congrats to his daughter Naomi for getting married this weekend.
Anyway.
And after a few strongly worded emails, they waived it. They waived the everything. I was happy to pay what it cost to replace a crack in a windshield, which is like, I don't know, $400.
It's
tops.
not 1,100.
No, it's not $1,100. And they were trying to charge me for the days the car was out of service. And I was like, I can get fucking Safelite over here and fix a windshield in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
We're not getting charged days for cars out of service for a cracked windshield. They also
Correct.
wouldn't provide evidence. They said, we don't take pictures of minor cracks. I said,
That's
well,
sus.
That's good. You never want to take pictures of minor cracks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's very, very true. Very true. So
Mhm.
thank you, Avis. Is this a snake draft? Can I go next?
You can.
Sure.
You're on a roll.
I'm thankful for Lane Kiffin.
Oh,
This is subject.
God.
This is
I
subject.
was gonna say you
Bro.
you might have a big
This
tune
is
change
subject
soon.
to about a week
Bro,
from now.
we don't do politics. We don't do college football.
Why not?
Dude, stick to sports.
No, do it. This is your thing.
Thankful for Lane Kiffin. I just want to say what he's done in 3 years at Ole Miss. Turn the program around. Just really thankful that we have such a good guy at the helm of the Ole Miss Rebels. That who like the program, the facilities, the NIL. He's just done such a great job, and he said as much himself. He needed Ole Miss more than Ole Miss needed him. He said he's had quite the character change over the last 3 years. So I just
Yeah,
want
I'm
to say,
sure.
how in the
I'm sure he's
how-
not gunning for another job right now, trying to
how
sound like he's not a.
he-
I used to be a piece of shit.
the city is rallied around him. The team is rallied around him. The recruiting. He is just such a bright light in the Oxford, Mississippi community that I want to thank him.
I hope
And-
he hears
and
this,
moving
Brett.
forward, he
Yeah,
will.
bro. Hey, King.
Yeah, he will absolutely be just such a gem for that Oxford community.
This is going to be a great clip when he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait.
Well, that's what I said. I said subject to change, but
Yeah. Reserves the right to amend.
What you got for us, Dave?
27th.
Just want to thank. I want to thank Randy and Brett.
Oh, fuck them.
Look, obviously screaming "fuck them" all day, but oh shit,
Hot take alert.
going on?
Child abduction in Overton, Texas.
that coincided really, really creepily with the
It did.
sirens.
It really did.
They do a lot of stuff behind the scenes that doesn't come to light.
This
I
do be
think
facts.
a lot of the new studio, which we all love. I mean, Randy was running point on the wood.
Mm-hmm.
Did a
Mhm.
good job there.
Randy ran point on pretty much everything
Yeah.
in terms of the new studio.
I mean, obviously, Randy has not taken the studio wireless like we wanted. We're not doing Studio 2.0 yet, but one day we'll be completely wireless. Won't be a wire in the studio.
Yep.
That you guaranteed, right?
Yep.
Thanks,
That's
man.
the wireless Randy guarantee.
He's shaking his head.
You can only get that from Randy.
Actually, he's nodding his head. Like, yeah.
Randy also, I'm going to give a big thank to Randy for moving his desk over one so that we both have more space where we can just kind of create content and just have a lot of elbow space with one another.
Oh, we didn't do that.
Oh, no, he hasn't done that yet. He
Okay.
will eventually.
He's never gonna
hopefully.
do it.
We'll see. We'll see.
Do mine. What's my cool anecdote?
Brett's really cool.
Thanks.
And Brett, thank you for picking up a couple rounds on Friday night. I did a real scumbag move, and I didn't pick one up. We left. Harbs left, and then you left, and then by that time I was very drunk and I didn't need any more. So
I picked
thank
up.
you for that.
I had a real good round pickup on the golf
Did you?
course in Vegas this week.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one for the
I don't
boys.
want to pour Dave out here, but it went me Harbs.
Oh, you had numerous opportunities.
Yeah, this is on me. I'm
There's also
I'm
a-
even willing to Venmo.
There's also a
Which I know
mini. There's like a Dirty
classless.
Bills round in there too, which I don't even remember who that was, but
That was Harbs.
okay.
And those are 3 Miller Lights at Dirty Bills. Again, we went
Those
to
are
Dirty
free.
Bills at like 9:00.
Okay.
No, earlier than that. Might have been 8:00.
It was early.
We were the 8th people in Dirty Bills.
Do you know anybody there?
No.
Nice.
We weren't the 8th people, Dave. Nobody was coming up to us buying from us.
Okay. I'm going to give a special thank you
Thanks, Brett,
to
for
somebody
that
in this,
kind of
another person. Yeah, I thank you to both Brett and Randy. Dave, you're right.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm going to give a special thank you to someone also in this room, David Ruff, for remembering the names from White Lotus this season and making it so we can actually do that segment somewhat credibly instead of like last week where we had no credibility at all.
Mm.
Yeah. You know what? I get embarrassed when we talk about a show. It happens in Game of Thrones because Game of Thrones there's a lot of characters, but there's not an excuse. We're good. We nailed it.
This is a snake draft, right?
Yeah, you're up.
A snake thank.
Yes.
I'm going to give a special shout out to someone I've never met before. There is someone whose username on Reddit started with the word asteroid, and she uploaded every single episode of Love Island UK to Reddit this year. And she did it even while on vacation. And she made my life really easy all summer while trying to watch Love Island UK. So I'm going to give a special thank you to the asteroid Reddit user from the UK. Thank you.
Okay.
You helped Dylan and I out so nice.
So that's the only way you can watch that show.
There are other ways, but she uploaded everything in crisp HD quality, and
Was
she
it
did
encrypted?
it in a timely fashion.
Did you have to unzip it?
I did not have to unzip anything. It was on a file hosting site where you could either download the file yourself and watch it, or you could just watch it from that site and press a play button. No ads.
Really?
Perfect person to stalk on the internet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Shouts to Asteroid.
Shouts to Astro.
Dave, you're up.
Ooh, I'm pretty much out. I've got no one else to thank. No, thank you. You know what? Let's thank Dylan. Let's thank Dylan.
Why are we
For
thinking
what?
that silly little bitch?
You know, he's not here today. And he said he tends to be the most sentimental
He is.
of the lads, so he's probably going to be upset that he's not here for the thank bank. Maybe he can tweet out his thanks. I just want to thank him for his new TikTok venture that he's absolutely going to do.
Mhm.
I'm not going to tip off what it is now.
I don't
you're
like
gonna
teasing
like
stuff, but I think we should. I think we should force his hand here.
Absolutely should. Let's just say it's holiday themed.
Mm.
And
What
it's
if
something
Dylan-
that you guys are well aware that Dylan does?
Yeah, what if he just, instead of doing that on Twitter, he started doing it on TikTok?
And there's a really good chance this blows up and we never hear the end of it from Dylan, but I just want to ground floor thank him preemptively for doing that.
It would be humorous in a small way. Like, it would be like 4% humorous if it just completely failed.
No,
But it would be
It's like
great if it just blew
480
up and he got a
views.
really big head because
that's
of it.
sad. That's how we think, but it is how.
But that's why I said like 4%. Like, I don't want it to fail, but if it did, it'd be kind of funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, you're right. There is
Okay.
some comedy in that.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I don't know, an article, satirical article about the founder. A week later,
Dude, that went.
it got 3,000 reads. Maybe
went
up to
straight by.
3,001 by now. I'm going to thank the reader, and this ties into our earlier conversation about Twitter. The listener Twitter follow that went ahead and just tweeted out Dylan's D's Nuts tweet on the in quotes, final night of Twitter, just to do it. And it did numbers.
Mhm.
It blew up.
Mhm.
And that was a great bit. So shout out to you.
I want to thank Dylan for going viral on that because I have gotten a lot of followers from just recycling that tweet and people thinking that it's actually mine.
Yeah, we should honestly make that a thing where we set a calendar notification and one of us tweets it out.
Mhm.
Anytime like one of the accounts is struggling, like any of them, just fire off a tweet. Too much dip, losing followers because Landry posted another tech highlight reel. Then we got to just run the Dylan tweet.
Just, run it back.
I just want to thank Lane Kiffin again.
Stop,
dude, shut up.
I want to thank specifically Grizz from Twitter, Merdakis from
He
Twitter,
retweets.
and Clint Riddle from Twitter. Those guys are just they liked all my stuff, and thank you. I see your work does not go unnoticed.
Who's
Shout
our-
out Chris Clarkson.
Is it Chris? Yeah, shout out Chris. The number one retweeter in
Is that-
Washington.
he's that
history.
dude.
Is that Grizz?
Now, Grizz retweets, though.
Grizz, dude, he says he retweets. And
He's
he
one of
does.
my favorite Twitter accounts because he backs up what his bio says. He says he retweets, and when you go to his profile, he's certified retweets.
He does.
That's all he does.
He does.
He retweets.
Chris Clarkson 91 on Twitter.
That dude.
He's big into gambling Twitter. So
Okay.
hit him up. He wants to be a guest picker one day.
It's no
Isn't
gamble.
Chris Clarkson the lead singer of? You know where I'm going with this?
No, man. Not
Thank
really gonna
you.
bail you out here. Why don't
Thank you
finish the
to
thought.
Nickel City, a bar on the east side of Austin. Not one of my offices. I don't have any office space rented out there. The
You
best,
can't have a laptop open at Nichols.
no, you can't. The best wings I've had outside of New York.
Okay. That's a big statement there, Brett.
They're a Buffalo Bills bar, and they backed it up with their wings. And I just want to say I appreciate it.
Did y'all get snow in Saratoga?
We got a dusting.
Is that where Dylan is?
Maybe.
Nope. Yeah,
Okay.
we don't. Saratoga is a little out of the lake effect
Yeah, it's south.
band.
Harbor
It's
Springs.
it's too
Harbor
far
Springs
east.
got some
Exactly.
dumpage.
You get some dumpage in Harvey Springs.
Mm-hmm. We're not doing Harvey Springs.
3 to 4 feet in some parts of Buffalo, I've heard.
Six.
Harbor didn't
dude,
get 3 to
6
4, but
six
it's got
plus.
some
Wow.
significant.
There was
Wow.
a Hamburg, New York got 78 inches.
Ah. How many inches?
78. 78.
I'm going to thank all the backers at the meetup who bought me shots despite me having one rule for meetups, which is that I only do one shot. There is one backer who bought a shot who I'm going to give a little less of a thank you to, and it's the dude who just got me a shot of straight vodka.
Don't do that.
That was mean.
Ooh, that's not cool.
That was gross.
Ooh.
That was gross.
How aggressive was the dude from Essex's order at the bar when
What
he
did he
brought?
get again?
It was gin. Was it like gin and tonic, a Jaeger, and a Red Bull? It was just like, dude, you're doing a little too much, my guy.
Yeah, what's up with the gin and tonics flowing on that show last night? They almost ordered 3 with Albie.
Yeah.
Too many.
Too many.
I'm going to also give a special shout out to anyone who has sent Dylan a mug because it makes him really happy. I don't know how this happened, but Dylan just is obsessed with his mugs and his coffee now.
Yeah.
I also want to give a special shout out to anyone who sent Dave and I mugs.
Yeah, just a little note. If you want Dylan to have the mug, we don't assume that it's his. Now he might, but you have to put attention, ATTN, Dylan.
I'm a big care of guy. C/O.
Sure. And be very specific because, otherwise Will and I are going to be like, oh, okay, I guess it's your mug. And we're going to be passive aggressive about it for probably the next day or two.
I've gotten only one mug sent to me, and I have to say, out of all the mugs that have been sent to this office, this mug is my favorite, hands down mug that we've gotten. Not even close.
Is it the call sign mug?
Yeah.
It's a great mug.
Yeah,
Those
it's-
are. I'm thankful for our troops.
So tight. Yeah. Okay. You got there first, dude. Nice work. I'm also thankful for the troops.
What was your call sign, bro?
But Dave's
Yeah.
not, I
Call sign,
guess.
bruv.
What was your call sign?
Mondo.
What's that? I don't understand it. I'm
It's
new here.
like
I
a
don't
dumb
listen.
joke.
What is it?
I think it's like the Mandalorian, like Mondo.
You're just in your softball league, your slow pitch league. You're just
Dude, I would
mash.
rather be known for.
Dude, I hit fucking bombs and stuff. I have some clips I'll bring back. I'll show you.
You're gonna send us clips of softball.
Yeah, well, when we was at Barstool, we did have a softball league, and I batted third, no big deal, and
That's interesting because people do send Barstool clips with you in them, but it's never you hitting softball.
hitting
It's-
absolute moonshots into the
it's
East
usually
River.
other stuff.
I mean, yeah, no, well, those are out there. I'll pull them up for you.
I mean, I have no doubt. I've seen the lag you create with the driver. So
Thank you.
Can I just give a list of my ones that are left?
yeah,
I've got thank you to all certified backers beyond the paywall, as well as backers who can just listen to the free episodes. We appreciate you too. We love
Of
all
course.
of you.
Thank
If-
you. Thank you to the audience.
Anyone that supports
Listeners.
Watch Media, we thank you.
Thank you to the people that if we do an ad read, they purchase something because then we can get more ad reads. Thank you to the ad read purchasers. Of
Shout
our
out to them.
audience. Yeah,
And their families.
of course.
the ad read purchasers.
I
Yes.
don't do that quite right, but I think you know what I'm going with.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean. Yeah,
I'd like to thank Grand X for allowing us to do what we do today.
same.
Sure.
I'd like to thank the U.S. men's national team for winning the World Cup, which is very cool of them.
I bet on them.
What are those?
10,000 to 1?
I put on. I think it's $20 to win 4,000.
Why wouldn't you? You got to sprinkle.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta-
You understand what I mean by sprinkle?
You
Will?
got to sprinkle a little bit. Got to
Hey,
sprinkle.
the world was wondering, did you run into our man at the Cosmo Bar?
So bad news.
Oh.
Bad news. I
news.
didn't even get the opportunity to. The night that I was going to was a night where I ended up coming down with a slight stomach issue that sidelined me until yesterday. And so not only did that cut the vacation short, we came home 2 days early, which is why we're recording today. But it also solidified that I was not going to be able to make it to go find our friend, the Cosmo bartender. I was in his presence. I could feel it. I could feel a different kind of buzz going throughout the entire casino. But I did not get to see him. I wanted to introduce him to Fritz. Something I did do, Dave. So I took a
You did,
photo
Dave.
in front of a very famous landmark in the Cosmo. I took this photo because I took a photo with my son, as it means a lot to me. But the previous photo that was taken of me there was with a good friend of ours, Flounder. He's patting me on the back while I throw up into a trash can.
Have we released that photo?
No, and now I took a photo with Fritz in front of the exact same trash can.
Full
Really?
circle.
Yeah.
You've
Beautiful
grown
thing.
so much in that time.
I don't think I've
Mhm.
seen that photo.
And well, Flounder's also wearing a velour tracksuit.
There are many photos with him in that tracksuit that have not seen the light of day.
I was walking, I looked over and I saw the trash can. I thought, "Oh, Sally, can you get a picture of me in front of this trash can?" And she was like, "What are you doing right now?"
nice.
Yeah, that's a good photo. One day, maybe one day.
Yeah. Going
Maybe-
back into the cross, or going back into like the whole like scenario of being at that same hotel of Dylan's bachelor party where I stayed, there were some moments that I just wanted to sprint out of there and not look back.
Did the White Lotus music start kind of? Yeah,
I stepped in the High Rollers lounge and like the White Lotus music started playing, and I was just like, I got to get out of here.
Did you gamble at all?
Nope, not $1.
Nothing.
Good
Not
for you.
$1. And Sally was going to put down a bunch of World Cup bets for me, but she informed me on the plane ride home, "Oh, I never did that." I thought, "Oh, I really hope that none of the teams I gave you win anything."
Oh,
Damn.
you want to update on Senegal, Netherlands?
Yeah.
0-0.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Great game to record during.
Hmm.
Hey, thank you to everybody out there. But let's talk real quick about this Thanksgiving and fun.
In front.
I messed that up. Presented by our good friends over at Early Bird CBD. Early Bird Gummies are a recreational hemp product that contain around 2.5 milligrams of natural THC and around 12.5 milligrams of CBD in each gummy. These are formulated for fun and to make you feel good. If there's ever a time to stock up on some Early Bird, it's right before Thanksgiving. Are you kidding me? You're at home with the fam and you're just like, oh my God, I'm tired of answering these questions. I need an early bird just to chill out a little bit. Just absolutely vibe on the couch. You're done with your meal at night and you're feeling like real bad about yourself. Pop
Oh
an
my
early bird.
God.
I bet you'll start feeling a lot better real quick.
This
a
will
great
be
idea.
a big part of my Thanksgiving break. And I want to thank Early Bird because I've been all in on them. And it definitely, my sleep quality has improved. That is facts. I track it.
Dave does track it
I'm
famously.
big in the weeds in the analytics. And shout out to Early Bird, man. It's the best.
Big in the weeds.
Do you still have a Whoop or is it the Nuva ring?
It is the whoop.
Okay.
It's good, Brett.
I
good.
couldn't keep a straight face.
Last night we were sitting on the couch finishing White Lotus, and Sally looked over at me with just dread on her face, and she said, I need an early bird.
Sundays will do that to you.
We got her an early bird, and she slept like a baby last night. She even told me this morning, I was zonked. Not
Wow.
zooted. She might have been zooted when she fell asleep, but
And
she's
zonked?
zonked out.
I realized, by the way, this Sunday Scaries hits worst with the 60 Minutes, and PFT tweeted about this, was that I realized my Pavlovian response. It's the 60 Minutes ticker.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a trigger.
We've known that for years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
early Bird comes in fantastically.
Go scoop some. Earlybirdcbd.com, promo code BACKER. This is a new promo code for the Circling Back podcast. So if you've already used our promo code before, you know that it's a single-use code. If you didn't load up, now's the time. Go to earlybirdcbd.com, use code BACKER for 20% off. This is a single-use code, but it's a new code, so if you've already used it, go use this one again. Load up. Load up. Earlybirdcbd.com, promo code BACKER. Dave, what are you getting into this Thanksgiving?
Well, thank you for asking. I'm going to head back to Duncanville Wednesday morning. I'm going to try to be back here Saturday by 2 o'clock because the Panthers play with the Woodlands in Pflugerville. Saturday at 3 in Pflugerville, which is just a little burb right outside of Austin. And I might try to go to that.
I'm from the Flu, and I'm
Really?
proud.
Sure, thanks. You're not from there.
I'm not.
You're from Northern
Harbor
Michigan.
Springs,
Yeah.
actually.
Sound cool though.
Battle of the Springs coming 2023.
I've got a pretty low maintenance Thanksgiving. This year is a little different. I'm only doing one actual Thanksgiving on the day of Thanksgiving because in the past we've done lunch at my in-laws and then dinner at my parents, and it's basically the same meal twice, just cooked differently.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I never really get to fully enjoy either meal because I'm either full for the dinner or I'm worried about being full. So this frees me up. My parents are picking up a smoked turkey. They're not doing it this year. Just picking up a
Dude.
smoked one from a noted barbecue joint, Pecan Lodge in Dallas. Great spot. And I'm very, very excited.
The real heroes out there are the ones that have to pack in 2 Thanksgivings in one day.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how I've never done it before. I have no desire to do it. I feel like I'd be second guessing everything. Like, wait, these potatoes are really good. Should I go all in on these right now? Or are the
No.
potatoes tonight going to be even better?
I lean protein in that scenario. And you're leaving a lot to be desired. But it is what it is. Of course, on Thanksgiving, there's no doubt I will be disappointed, as I'm sure the Giants are going to come into town and just all the good mojo the boys have rolling out of Sunday.
We didn't do
gonna
you
be
any
gone.
favors this weekend.
No. Yeah, you did. Y'all won that game.
Yeah, but we might have
Oh,
riled them up a
You
little
think
bit.
it's going to be the bounce back
Oh
effect.
yeah. Oh yeah.
You did. Fucking Dan Campbell.
Dude, watch out for these Lions. Are these
wins.
boys good?
Didn't I tell you they're going to win 7 games?
I don't know. They look good.
Yeah.
They stomped them out yesterday.
And that's it. Oh yeah, let me since we didn't really do it this weekend in fun, I just want to say under 3 soccer practice in quotes, soccer training goes about as well as you think.
Yeah, I can't imagine it would
18 months to 3 months, and it's not like an organized game. You go out there on the little turf with them and they do drills.
They do drills.
And it's hilarious, but it's also like, what are we doing?
Yeah. I
What
mean,
are
I'm
we
probably
doing?
going to put Fritz through that.
You should. It is fun. It's fun, but like,
Was that Rhodes' first sporting event?
yes,
Okay. He's got kind of a swing on him, if I remember correctly, like a golf swing.
he's got something.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got a PDF
work
that
with
he
it.
learned it from.
I can
Thank
lend it
you,
to him
Yeah,
I can lend it to him.
Brett. He's on
Right.
he's chasing lag with Brett. He's been
That
following
was
your.
his first birthday party. That's
Yes.
what I got him.
What do you got, Brett?
I'll be out of town this upcoming weekend in Atlanta, doing Thanksgiving with some friends over there. I wanted to be out of Austin, out of home. First Thanksgiving without the kind of the parents thing is going to be weird. So I figured go to like a neutral site.
I like that move for you, Brett.
I'll be making my dad's mac and cheese,
Oh yeah.
which is bomb, and I will be watching World Cup soccer. And
But
probably
are there
drinking a lot of bourbon and
Let's
wine
go.
and getting fits off in the process.
Love to hear that.
Yeah.
Sounds
Are-
perfect.
are there beans in that mac and cheese though?
No, absolutely not.
It would be weird, wouldn't it? Nobody does that.
Nope.
Not in Texas.
No, hell no.
Not in Texas.
Used to do some cut up hot dogs in mac and cheese though. Remember that?
I know that move.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Las Vegas this weekend, like we talked about, and so we started talking about the pronunciation of the word that is spelled Crayon. We don't
Oh,
need to
boy.
get into that pronunciation here, but some people say crayon, some people say crayon, some people say crown.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And one of my brother-in-law's friends from a table over at the dinner just yelled over to me, "Move to Texas, we'll teach you how to talk."
Oh.
And I couldn't stop saying that all night. I really enjoyed that for some reason. We'll teach you how to talk.
Wow.
It's like, what's your deal, bud?
You taught the world how to eat too?
I think they did.
Yeah. Texas famously.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, good man. That's gonna be. I'm happy for you. That'll be
Exciting,
good.
exciting stuff. I will be back on Sunday.
You should do an impromptu meetup. We got a lot of listeners. out there.
ATL.
Just you,
Okay.
Brett and Buckhead.
Actually, I might get a natural drink with Ricky.
You better.
I know I am.
I was just gonna
I am.
say, you got to go hit up Ricky Prosper.
I'm still not convinced he's a real person and not like an AI.
I can confirm. I have both. I talked to him on the phone, but when we had a Zoom call with Ricky,
No
he
camera.
didn't use his camera. It's a little sus.
Hey, speaking of Zoom calls and cameras, we did from 10 to noon a baptism class on a Zoom call Saturday.
10 to noon.
Well, it was supposed to be 10 to noon. It only went like 45 minutes.
Okay,
But
that's a long
so it was
Zoom.
like, 8 couples and then like the lady from the church. And she was like, she was looking for participation. And she would be like, "So what was your favorite part of the video?" Like, and it would just be dead silence.
Dude, I can't even
And
imagine.
I would like, so I was on screen sitting next to Alyssa. We used the same device, and I would like slide out of frame because I was just like, oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I don't. Anyone out there whose job relies on just Zoom call after Zoom call every day,
Dude,
good for you, I guess. I'm
I-
glad there's people in the
I
world that
just-
can take
I
those
just-
jobs and not leave them to people like me.
I was acting like, so like Rhodes was running around, and like anytime she asked a question, I would like fake like he was doing something, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
oh my god, but yeah.
Oh no.
What
Also,
is
I was pretty hungover. And
well, yeah, what does a baptism class entail? I guess
it's just kind of getting you ready for the sacrament.
right. You dunk them
The what, Ramin?
like a dunkaroo.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Don't say Dunkaroo.
Yeah, it's a little dunkaroo.
They're lots of fun for me and yous.
really good.
Real
Sneaky
ones
good
know.
snack dessert.
It is.
Sneaky.
It is.
It's not
It
even
is.
sneaky. It's just good.
Wow,
are you
thank
doing,
you for
Will?
asking, guys. This is what I'm doing.
I
this-
just
with this
did.
Thanksgiving. It's an interesting Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Thursday, we're not doing the Sally family Thanksgiving. Instead, Sally and I are randomly just doing stuff at our place. It's duck season on Thursday. We will be eating
Whoa.
duck with au gratin potatoes, some roasted carrots. We've got some Guinness sitting in the fridge that I think might get drank.
Mhm.
Have
Uh,
a day, sir.
We've got some Chianti Classico from our Italia trip.
You and the
Wow.
internet today.
Thank you, David. And yeah, so I don't really know. Kind of a chill day. Friday, I will be going to the Baylor versus Texas game for the
Oh.
first half until I leave, so I can go watch the United States men's national team just absolutely wail on England. Very excited for that. And,
Okay.
I'm gonna get drunk that day.
Really?
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah.
card.
I don't really have a
Look it
plan for this game,
out.
but
Look
I
it
will
out.
be drinking beers.
So USA plays today and then Saturday?
Friday.
Friday. Okay.
Both at 1 p.m., right?
Yes.
Central.
Yes.
Hey, I got
Standard.
breaking news. Micah's 2022 Thanksgiving recipe extravaganza
Dude, I was
just
seriously
dropped.
going to do that.
It just dropped.
I was going to do that exactly.
What do we got?
I don't know. You'll have to read it and see. Subscribe at Micah's Read of the Week.
Mm.
On Saturday, I really have no plans. Maybe I'll go to the Flu to watch my Duncanville Panthers play. Who knows? Yeah, I don't really have any plans Saturday, Sunday. Probably going to have to lick some wounds on Saturday morning, but I think we can get past that. It's going to be a chill weekend here in Austin, Texas. I'm very excited for it, to be honest. Got really nothing to worry
Weather
about.
looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
This pattern we're in it is absolutely lovely. I don't even
I'm
care that
happy.
it's rainy.
I could use a little bit of
oh.
sun.
I did
I'll be honest.
put up my Christmas stuff this past weekend, Dave, and it was crispy. It was absolutely, it was gorgeous. It was absolutely. I mean, it wasn't actually nice outside, but it was soup weather. I made a grilled cheese on Saturday.
I made my first fire last night.
It was soup weather. I made a grilled cheese. My son eats those like every day. Step your game
Good,
up.
good for him.
Dude,
I mean,
my
I
Indian
gotta-
restaurant last night. So I was down bad with the tummy issue that I told you all about. I was very much trying to get some soup from my favorite Indian restaurant last night. They said they opened at 3. The online ordering system was offline until after 4 o'clock. Devastating.
Russian hackers.
It's too
I was
bad.
waiting there all day for it.
Yeah.
Waiting all day for Indian food.
What kind of soup?
It's like a tomato-based soup with a lot of Indian spices in it. I had it one time, and it stuck with me, and I was just desperate for it last night. Never got it. Had to go to Central Market and get the pre-made soups.
You know what my issue is with chili? And it's not that I don't like chili.
What a callback.
It is the
It's a good circle back.
just a spoonful of ground. I think ground beef is the least aesthetically pleasing meat.
Mm-hmm. That's why
'Cause-
brisket chilies hit.
Yes, exactly. I love a brisket chili. But just the ground beef, I don't like when ground beef is very chunky
Mm-hmm.
and you bite into it, it's a chunky piece.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's
Here's the
it. I'm not too good for chili. I still will eat it. When it's done right, it's awesome. But
we have a
that is my
circling-
issue, and I apologize.
Circling back chili cook-off video. Can we do it?
Yeah, we could.
Okay.
I'd lose.
Who's gonna sponsor it? Who you selling it to?
I mean, probably we could just do it.
I feel
to
like
do it.
Solo Stove would want that.
They could.
Oh yeah, it's great solo stove weather.
I'm gonna have a parting thought today for everyone out there. I do think some chilies will be made this weekend for people. If you're eating chili at someone else's house this weekend, be a good house guest and clean your spoon off yourself with a sponge. Don't leave that with somebody else to clean off because there will be hardened cheese on there, and you don't want the host to have to scrub your hardened cheese off of your spoon.
You're saying hardened?
Hardened,
What?
yeah,
You sure?
yeah.
What chili has a lot of hardened cheese?
When you put the
know?
cheese on there and it gets all melty in
The
the chili,
sprinkly, yeah.
and people start eating it, some of that cheese will stick on the spoons. And if you're not careful, it'll linger there for a long time. It will
Or-
harden, and it'll be very hard for the host to get off when they're doing dishes later that night.
Hardened cheese is tough.
Or if you're a host out there, kill the environment and use plastic spoons. It'll make your life easier.
Hey.
killing in the name of.
Hey,
Chili.
or just do this method, tried and true. It's great for the host too. Just like if there's a bowl in there, get a little dish detergent, squirt it in the bowl, turn the water on, fill it up so where it's like the soapy water, and then just put the spoon in there, and then the host will take care of it later on.
Yeah, and then tell them you're letting it soak until somebody else cleans up the entire situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You-
oh, it's in there. It's soaking, so it's easier to clean.
Have you been hanging out with Sally?
No, hey, I didn't want to say anything, but
Yeah, there might be some dude named like Otis or something who sends in an email about people soaking dishes to the mail-in soon.
Oh, I am the, what's it called? I was gonna say the purveyor,
The
but that's not it.
overlord?
No, the curator of that email. So
Yeah.
I'll look out for that one.
very cool. We went like almost an hour and a half today.
Good for us.
I kind of want to get there. Like let's we have,
Yeah, should we go full hundo
we have-
minutes?
we have
Randy,
another.
Randy, who are you? What are you thankful
Yeah.
for? Turn them up.
Yeah, Randy, are you thankful for anything?
Go ahead,
we
buddy.
gotta get your thanks before we get out of here.
Thankful for the fans and that you guys are wrapping it up so I can use the bathroom.
Oh,
Very nice.
Randy's got a
Hey.
major Micah energy out of Randy today.
Is it, hey,
Wow.
Uno or Dos?
Hey, you guys doing pies?
Or Uno 0.5?
you guys doing pies? or-
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Okay.
I think we're picking up some pecan pies as well.
Sure.
We're,
That's a
we're
good
straight up pumpkin.
Yeah, we're gonna do
We're bringing
pumpkin
a
and then pick
pumpkin.
up some pecans.
You know what though? My parents, they're not. They'll mix in a tiramisu.
Shout out
Whoa.
to the cheesecake at Carbone. Best thing on the menu. Good atmosphere. Better Italian food other
overpriced?
places.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I do want to try carbone at some point.
It's good.
Okay.
Had fun. Should we get out of here?
We're at 129. I mean, might as well like.
I'll just let the
You
theme
could
song
let it
go for a
ride.
full minute. Yeah, make
Okay.
Randy really sit here.
He doesn't have to pee that. I'm surprised. I mean, shouts to Dave.
Yeah, Davey.
We're going 90
all-time
minutes.
performance from Dave.
Yeah, I
90
got it out of
minutes?
the way at the gas station.
I do think it's funny when Dave gets to the office and goes immediately to the bathroom. It's like, oh man, I know he was hurt.
He had coffee that morning.
Oh, you think that's funny?
I know.
Randy, we got to
how
get to
it
90
feels.
minutes, man. You get it. Like you understand. You understand.
Somebody's gonna turn on this episode and be like, holy, I don't have time for this. This is like 2 commutes.
Yeah, to anyone who's like, why aren't they
Basically
doing
like
a
our
Wednesday
Wednesday
episode?
episode.
Like, yeah,
We
we
just
just did
doubled
2
up-ish.
45-minute episodes.
How checked out would Dylan have been by this
No,
point?
he
Oh
likes
my
it.
God.
No, he would have wrapped this up like 10 minutes ago.
No, he would have worked in some Nick Adams tweets.
Let's get out of here.
Hold on. Let's in honor of Dylan.
Okay.
No, we can't
Just do
do
one.
this.
Just do one.
I don't. We made it so close without having to talk about Nick Adams for once.
Is that the guy's name?
I'm fading us out.
Alpha male.
Nick Adam. Bye.